Have you ever sat down with a cup of something warm in your hands and felt, even just for a moment, that the world slowed down? Maybe it was a morning coffee, a mug of tea in the afternoon, or a simple glass of water while watching the sun go down. There's something comforting about that daily ritual. But what if I told you that the drink you hold in your hands could actually help you live longer? Yes, I mean it. The choices we make with what we sip each day, especially after 60, can have a powerful effect on how we age, not just how long we live, but how well. Because aging isn't just about adding candles to a cake, it's about staying clear in the mind, strong in the body, and joyful in the heart. Our bodies are incredible machines. But just like any machine that's been running for decades, it needs the right kind of fuel, and hydration is a huge part of that. You'd be surprised how many people in their golden years feel fatigued, foggy, or even achy, when all they really needed was the right kind of drink to nourish their cells, lift their mood, and keep everything flowing as it should. Today, I want to share with you 5 simple, delicious drinks that can help support your energy, protect your memory, and even lower your risk of chronic illness, all without expensive pills or complicated diets. These aren't magical potions, and you won't find them locked away in some health food store across the globe. They're likely already in your home, or just a short grocery trip away. Let's begin with one of the most underestimated yet most powerful drinks of all: water. I know, it sounds too basic, but the truth is, staying well hydrated is one of the easiest and most important things you can do for your longevity. And yet, many people over 60 simply don't drink enough. Maybe you don't feel as thirsty as you used to. Maybe you don't want to keep running to the restroom. I get it. But dehydration doesn't always look like cracked lips and dry skin. Sometimes it shows up as confusion, fatigue, joint pain, or even dizziness. Our bodies are made mostly of water. It helps flush toxins, keeps our brain sharp, cushions our joints, and maintains the health of our organs. And as we age, our sense of thirst naturally weakens, which means by the time you feel thirsty, you're probably already dehydrated. Try this. Fill a reusable bottle in the morning and set a goal to finish it by lunchtime. Then refill and sip through the afternoon. You don't need to chug, just sip consistently throughout the day. Add a slice of lemon or a sprig of mint if you want to make it feel special. A hydrated body is a resilient body. Now, let's talk about something a little more flavorful: green tea. This isn't just your average cup of tea. Green tea is loaded with antioxidants, especially one called EGCG, which has been linked to everything from better heart health to a reduced risk of cancer. It can help lower blood pressure, support your metabolism, and even enhance brain function. Not bad for a simple little leaf. What I love about green tea is how gentle it feels. It gives a soft, steady energy, not the jittery buzz of coffee, which is perfect if you want to feel more alert during the day without crashing later. Some seniors I've talked to enjoy sipping a cup mid-morning, perhaps on the porch or by the window, with a book in hand. Others like it in the early afternoon to avoid that sleepy dip after lunch. Either way, it's like wrapping your body in a protective blanket of calm and clarity. And here's something beautiful: in places like Japan, where green tea is a daily ritual, people often live into their 90s and even beyond 100. It's not the only reason, of course, but it's a consistent habit in those long-living communities. What you drink, just like what you eat, becomes part of who you are. But it's not just about antioxidants or hydration. Your gut plays a massive role in how you age, from digestion to mood, immunity, and even mental clarity. And that brings us to another powerful drink: kefir. If you've never heard of it, think of it like a drinkable yogurt, but packed with billions of friendly bacteria. These probiotics help balance the flora in your gut, improve digestion, and strengthen your immune system. So many people over 60 suffer quietly from digestive issues, bloating, irregularity, acid reflux, thinking it's just part of getting older. But your gut doesn't have to slow you down. Just a small glass of kefir each day can make a noticeable difference. I know someone, Mrs. Duyan, age 68, who swears by it. She told me that after years of feeling sluggish and bloated, she started drinking kefir each morning. Within a week, she said her belly felt lighter and her energy came back. "It's like my stomach smiled," she laughed. You can find kefir in most grocery stores now, or even make it at home. Choose plain, unsweetened varieties to avoid added sugars. And if dairy isn't your thing, there are coconut and almond-based kefirs available too. The key is consistency, not just trying it once, but making it part of your daily rhythm. What I find amazing is how these small shifts, just changing what you sip, can ripple out to so many areas of your life. A clearer mind, better sleep, more comfort in your own body. It's not about massive overhauls or complicated regimes. It's about the little things we do each day that build up over time like tiny drops filling a jar of well-being. Now that we've touched on the power of water, green tea, and kefir, let's keep going. Because the next few drinks on our list are just as simple, just as nourishing, and may surprise you with how deeply they support a long and joyful life. There's something truly comforting about discovering that small, enjoyable habits can actually help you live longer. When those habits come in the form of something as simple as your daily drink, it feels less like a chore and more like self-care, the kind that fits naturally into your rhythm. Not something you have to force. Now, we've already talked about water, green tea, and kefir, three powerful drinks that support hydration, gut health, and long-term vitality. But let's take a closer look at a drink that's been cherished for generations, across cultures and continents, especially when it comes to calming the body and mind, herbal teas. Specifically, let's talk about chamomile and hibiscus tea. These are more than just bedtime beverages or pretty colors in a cup. They carry within them centuries of healing tradition, and now, modern science is catching up. Chamomile tea is often thought of as the sleepy time tea, and for good reason. It gently eases the nervous system, helping you unwind after a long day. But here's what's fascinating. Chamomile is also linked to reduced inflammation, better digestion, and even a lowered risk of heart disease. It contains antioxidants that help soothe the body from the inside out. I've had older friends tell me they sleep better, have fewer nighttime cramps, and even feel less anxious just from adding 1 cup of chamomile tea to their evening. And then there's hibiscus, vibrant, tart, and ruby red. It's almost like nature's version of cranberry juice, but far less sugary. Hibiscus tea is known for its ability to help lower blood pressure naturally. In fact, several studies have shown that just 1 or 2 cups a day can make a real difference in people with mild hypertension. Imagine helping your heart stay strong with something as enjoyable as a beautifully colored cup of tea in the late afternoon. Some folks even chill hibiscus tea and serve it cold with a splash of lemon, refreshing and heart-healthy all at once. What I love most about these herbal teas is that they don't just nourish the body, they create moments. A quiet pause in the day, a way to slow down, take a breath, and treat yourself with kindness. And the act of sipping itself, warm or cool, slowly and with intention, becomes a kind of meditation, a reminder that you're allowed to rest and replenish. Now let's move on to a drink that might surprise you, and it's one that brings with it the rich, comforting flavor many people adore: a small cup of black coffee. Yes, coffee. Now, before you raise an eyebrow, let me say this clearly: when consumed in moderation and without loads of sugar or cream, black coffee can actually support your longevity. It's rich in antioxidants, especially one called polyphenol, which help fight cellular damage and inflammation. Regular coffee drinkers, again, we're talking about moderate drinkers, have been shown in many studies to have a lower risk of diseases like type 2 diabetes, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and even certain cancers. I know there's a lot of talk out there about coffee being dehydrating or bad for your heart, but new research is helping to clear that up. For most people, especially when sipped mindfully, a cup or 2 of black coffee a day is not only safe, it can be beneficial. The key, of course, is avoiding the sugar overload that turns it into more of a dessert than a drink. And if black coffee feels too strong, try a dash of cinnamon or a splash of unsweetened oat milk. Keep it simple, keep it clean. One woman I know, Aunt Mai, in her early 80s, has had 1 small cup of coffee every morning since she was in her 20s. She says it's her way of waking up not just her body, but her spirit. It's not just the taste. She told me once, it's the moment I sit and reflect before my day begins. That's what keeps me going. There's something powerful about that, how a simple beverage becomes a ritual of strength and presence. Of course, not everyone tolerates caffeine well, and that's perfectly fine. The point isn't to drink coffee just because it's trendy or proven in studies. It's about tuning into your body, finding what makes you feel nourished, and making choices that support your energy and peace. All of these drinks, from water to herbal teas to kefir and coffee, are really about one thing: creating daily moments of healing that build up over time. It's about replacing mindless sipping with mindful sipping. Asking yourself, is what I'm drinking supporting my body, my brain, my mood? Because here's what happens when you make these small adjustments. You start noticing little shifts. You wake up more refreshed. Your joints feel a bit more mobile. Your digestion becomes more regular. Your mind feels a bit clearer, like the fog is lifting, one sip at a time. And that sense of clarity, that comfort in your own skin, that's not just hydration. That's not just probiotics or antioxidants. That's you coming back to life. That's your body recognizing that you're giving it what it needs and finally saying thank you in return. There's one more drink I want to tell you about. It might be the most important one of all, and it has the power to protect your cells from damage, support your liver, and help you age more gracefully from the inside out. Let's talk about the final drink, one that often flies under the radar but plays a quiet, powerful role in long-term health. Warm lemon water with a splash of apple cider vinegar. Now, I know some of you might raise an eyebrow at the vinegar part, and I get it, the taste can be sharp. But let's start with the base. A simple glass of warm water with freshly squeezed lemon. This combination first thing in the morning is like a gentle wake-up call for your entire system. It hydrates, gives your digestion a soft nudge, and floods your body with vitamin C, one of the most important nutrients for immune support and skin health, especially as we age. When you add just a teaspoon of raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar, the kind with the mother floating inside, you take that drink to a whole new level. Apple cider vinegar helps regulate blood sugar levels, supports gut health, and may even assist with weight management by helping you feel fuller. I've heard many people say that after just a few weeks of drinking this mixture in the morning, they felt less bloated, more energized, and noticed clearer skin. One gentleman in his late 60s told me, "It's not a miracle cure, but it makes me feel like my body is being reset each morning." You don't need to drink a whole glass at once. Just a small cup, warm, not hot, sipped slowly before breakfast. You can even add a dash of cinnamon or a drizzle of honey if the taste is too strong at first. What matters is the intention behind it, starting your day with something that cleanses, supports, and prepares your body for the hours ahead. Now, when you look at all these drinks together, something becomes very clear. We're not just talking about physical benefits here. Sure, there's better digestion, a stronger immune system, reduced inflammation, sharper thinking, and a healthier heart, all of which are incredibly important, especially after 60. But what we're really doing is building a foundation for peace, strength, and confidence in your body as it continues to age. Because the truth is, aging is not a decline, it's a process of refinement. And the habits you build now, no matter what age you are, send a message to your body that says, "I'm still here. I still care. I want to feel good in this life I've been given." Every sip you take becomes a small act of self-respect. Every glass of water, every mug of tea, every probiotic-rich drink, every antioxidant-filled brew, it all adds up. Not just in years, but in quality of life, in clarity, in presence, in how deeply you enjoy the moments of each day. So if you've ever felt overwhelmed by health advice, if you've ever thought, "It's too late for me to start making changes," I want you to know that's simply not true. The body is always listening. The cells are always responding. It doesn't take perfection. It just takes intention. Start with one drink, just one. Maybe today you decide to refill your water bottle and carry it with you. Maybe tomorrow you brew a gentle cup of chamomile or green tea. The next day, a splash of kefir in your breakfast smoothie. Little by little, your choices create a new pattern, one that supports you from the inside out. And if you forget one day, that's okay. Longevity is not a race, it's a relationship with your body. You don't have to do everything at once. Just come back to it again and again, sip by sip. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. And even in the quiet moments of a warm drink in your hands, you're giving your future self a gift. More clarity, more strength, more time to enjoy the people and moments you love most. So, I'd love to hear from you. What's your favorite longevity boosting drink? Have you tried any of the ones we talked about today? Or do you have your own ritual that helps you feel alive and well each day? Share it in the comments below. You never know who you might inspire. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up so others can discover it too. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because every week we share thoughtful, down-to-earth advice for living your best, most vibrant life after 60. You've made it through so much in this life. You deserve to feel strong. You deserve to feel energized. You deserve joy, clarity, and comfort, not just in the big moments, but in the little ones too, like a simple drink that starts your day right. Here's to the power of what we sip. Here's to honoring your body with every gentle step forward. And here's to you, vibrant, wise, and still writing your most beautiful chapters. Until next time, take care of yourself. You're worth it.